So as I promised you earlier, I started with my online coding classes of rupees 500, in which I am giving 15 to 16 online coding classes to my students in just rupees 500 per month. Today that is 1st of December 2020 and my students made it a huge success. In every batch that I carried out today, there were students from different states who joined in and made this venture of mine a huge success. So thank you very much to all the parents, to all the students who not only have subscribed to my channel but also have showed interest in the initiative that I've taken. If you haven't availed the facility of online coding classes yet, you guys can check out this lecture which I am going to show you now and decide whether you want to whether you want to go for these online coding classes which I am providing in just rupees 500 or not. If you really want to go for these online coding classes, you can contact me on my phone number 9891665634. Fine. Now let's move to that lecture which I shooted today. And it is one of the batches which I taught today, and you can see the enthusiasm with which the students learned coding today in this batch. I'm going to share my screen now with you guys, and as you guys know, we guys will be. So I am going to open this app lab first. Okay, as you all know that for accessing the app lab, you need to come on this create option, and then you can hit the app lab option for accessing the app lab. Now, if you are designing an app, the first thing that you have to keep in mind is the design of that app should be very attractive, so that user can find it interesting, interesting to work on it. So right now, as we are developing a login system, how can you find a design of login system on Google? So this is what you have to type, login screen, and when you will come on this images section, you are going to see various images that you guys can use for designing the various screens you require for creating a login system. Let's use this one for now. I'm going to use this one. What you have to do, if you like some image, you just have to right click on that image and automatically you're going to come across a cascading menu. Okay, when you will click on when you will right click on the image, okay, there are two more students who are waiting in the waiting room. Just give me a short moment. Let me allow them also to enter into the meeting. Okay, so what you have to do, right click on this image, come on this save image as option, or you can make use of this copy image option. Fine, click on this option and then open this MS Paint software. Remember these steps. What you have to do, you have to type this login screen. After that, you are going to come across several screens out of which you can use whatever screen you want to. Okay, suppose you want to use this screen, right click on this, come on this copy image option. Okay, click on this, then come on this MS Paint. Who is there on unmute right now? Can you please put yourself on mute here? Whoever is on unmute, please put yourself on mute. Now once you're done with opening this MS Paint, what you have to do, you have to press Ctrl and V together. This is a shortcut for pasting anything in the MS Paint. So automatically you are going to see these screens over here in MS Paint. Now in order to, if you want to take this screen, this first screen which is getting reflected over here, make use of this selection tool. Okay, selection tool ka use kariye. Select the part of this image which you want to see in your app. Okay, select this part, then press Ctrl and C together for copying this part. Fine, open one more Paint software and paste that copied part here using Ctrl and V key together. Fine, and in order to eliminate this white space which you are seeing over here, okay, there is a white space which is coming over here, so we can reduce the size of this window, and automatically it is going to go disappear. Once you are done with creating your screen, creating the design of your screen, what you have to do, you have to save it with a unique name. So let's save it with a unique name. Let's say sign in on the desktop. And don't worry about anything, I am going to share everything with you guys. Okay, the screens, whatever we are creating, whatever code we will be defining on this, on the app lab, I'm going to share everything on your WhatsApp number. So I am going to name save it with this name, login screen. Okay, this is the name with which I am saving this image. Fine. Now, after saving the image with a unique name on your desktop or any other location, you have to come on this app lab environment. So this is the app lab environment. Now come on the design part. And the way you guys are listening to me right now, it will be great if you will continue this thing, because it is going to benefit, give you a lot of benefit. Okay. What you have to do, when you will come on the design part, you have to take this image component and put it over here on this mobile simulator. Just increase the size of this image component like this. Okay, drag it from the corner. This is how you can increase or decrease the size. Okay. Now click this image button in order to select it, and here in this properties section you will be able to see an option with name image. Okay, now what you have to do, you need to click on this choose button, choose hyperlink you can say, and automatically this is what you are going to see. Now here what you have to do, you have to click on this upload file option. Automatically you are going to get redirected on one of the locations of your computer. Okay, now you have to come on the desktop and select that file which you have created in MS Paint. So the file is this login screen. Just select this and click on this open button. So this is how you can import any file on this code.org platform in your app lab. Then click this choose button and you will see that the image will get reflected on the mobile simulator's screen like this. Okay, now for eliminating these white spaces which you are seeing here, what you have to do, you need to come on this fit image option. Okay, come on this fit image option, change this to cover. Automatically you will see that the white space will now no more be visible to you. So you know, that's how these are some of the tricks that you should know if you are designing an application. Now let's see how can we make it behave like a login screen. See, there are two components which are present over here. One is this email and the second one is this password. Let me just increase the size of this so that everything can be more visible to you guys. So the first thing that we require is the email and the second one is this mail. Now this is a simple image which you are seeing over here. How can you make these things behave as a component in which you can enter something? So for doing that, the best thing that you can do is you can make use of this text input box and you can put it over this image like this. Okay, you can put it over this image like this. Yeah, now it is fine, I think. Let's reduce the size to Similarly, I'm going to make use of this text input box for this password field also, and I'm going to put it like this. Now this is fine. Now as you can see, the background color of this component is white and of this one is blue. How can we make this background color look similar to that of the screen? So for doing that, the trick is you have to open Game Lab environment. Just a second, let me access this code.org platform again on the second tab. And what I am going to do, I am going to make use of color picker tool. which is available in GameLab environment on code.org for checking out the code of that blue color of the screen. So what you have to do, you have to come on this GameLab. This is a new tab on which I have opened up this code.org platform. You need to come on this GameLab option. Okay, and automatically you are going to see a space like this. Fine. Now here you have to come on this animations tab. Okay. Once you are on this animation, what you have to do, click on this plus sign and then click on this draw your own option. Fine. So this is what you are going to get. Now the image which you have made, which you have created in your MS Paint, you have to select the entire image. How can you select an image in MS Paint? By pressing Ctrl and A together. Ctrl and A you have to press for selecting the image. Then you have to copy that image. How can you copy an image? Ctrl and C. This is the shortcut. Ctrl and C you have to press together for copying the image, and you need to paste it here. For pasting, the shortcut key is Ctrl plus V. You need to press Ctrl and V together. Automatically the image is going to get reflected like this on this GameLab environment. Now as you can see, just a second, let me reduce the size of this window so that the color picker tool can be visible to me. Now now let's make use of this color picker tool in order to find out the code of this blue color which is getting reflected over here. So for doing that, what we can do, we need to click on this color picker tool. Then we need to click on this, okay, this blue color. Automatically when you will come in the bottom here, you will be able to see the code of this blue color which is getting reflected over here. This is the code that you can make use of, okay, for changing the background color of the input boxes which you have placed over the screen in the app lab. Now for changing the background color of this input box, what you have to do, you just select this component and come here in this background color option. Select this whole thing, eliminate this thing and paste the code which you have copied from that GameLab. Okay, so this is how you can change the color of any component and make it appear similar to the screen. So now it is going to appear as if it is a part of a screen. As you can see, there is a border also which is visible to us. In order to eliminate this border, what you have to do, you need to come down, scroll down this list, and here you will get to see an option called border width. Now it is 1 at present. You need to change it to 0. Now you will see that the border is no more visible to us. So this is the trick that you guys can make use of for defining the components on this app lab. Okay, now I'm going to copy this code, and same thing I'm going to do for this input box also. Where is that background color? This is the one. Fine, and let's remove the border also for this. So now there are two components in which you can enter the things. This is the first component and this is the second one. Now let's change the ID of both the components. Remember one thing, ID is a very important thing which you have to keep in mind, because with this only you can access any component or the things which you have entered into a particular component on any other screen if you want to in your app. Now I'm going to change the name of this component to email. Like this you can change it. You just have to select it, and then in the properties part in this workspace you need to change the name to email. Similarly, let's change the name of this password component also, and I'm going to name it as password. So now there are two components. One is with name email and the second with name password. Fine. Now the second thing which I would like to tell you is, there is a button which is getting, there is a thing with this name login getting reflected on this image, but it is a part of the image. How can you make it behave like a button? What is the trick that you can use for making it behave like a button? I'm not going to use this button option for that. Okay, never use a button option for making something a button. Instead of that, you can go ahead and use this label option. Use this label, select this label and put it over here. Increase the size of this label in such a way that it can cover this whole login thing. Okay, and now eliminate the text, whatever is written here in this text property, eliminate that thing. Rename the ID of this label box to uh, submit. Okay, so now this image which you are seeing over here, it is going to act as a button for you. Fine. So now the name of this component is submit, the name of this component is email, and the name of this component is password. Let's create one more screen now. So for creating one more screen, what you can do, you can click here on this drop down, and there is an option called new screen available over here. Just click on this new screen button. Automatically a new screen is going to get created in the app lab. Now what you have to do, in order to, if you want to change the background color of this screen, you can select the screen, and from here you can change the background color. For now I am changing it to, let's say, this one. Okay, or else let's change it to, let's select somewhat dark. Yeah, this is fine. Let's place a label also on this one, and I'm going to write down welcome user. Fine. And if you want to change the text color of this label, come down here in this properties panel and let's make it white. The code for white color is 6 times F you have to write. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So automatically it is going to turn into a white color text. Now if you want to change the font size, what you can do, you can increase the font size like this. Welcome user. Okay, so this is it. Now let's come on the coding part. So as you all know, for coding, the first thing that you require is this on event block. Okay, this on event blocks is similar to the if loop that you use in coding. Let's pick this on event block from here, from this UI controls panel, and put it here in this workspace. What is the name of this button? The name of this button is submit. So what I want, I would like to execute some statements on if the user clicks this button. I would like this platform to execute some statements for me, some codes for me. So for doing that, what I can do, I can select this submit from this drop down. Okay, now let's make use of if loop. I would like the user to get redirected on this screen too, in case this email matches with the one which I am going to mention here, and the password is also going to match with the password which I am going to mention here. So if you have to check a condition, the best way is to use if loop for the same. Where can you find an if loop? Here in this control part you can find the if loop. So this is what I'm going to use for now. Now whatever the user is going to enter here in these two fields, how can I get the input? How can I read that thing? So for reading that thing, the best block, the block which you can use is this get text block. Okay, so if you need to put this get text here inside this if loop, I have converted into text based coding. Why? Because block based coding, with block based coding it might be possible that we may face some difficulty. So it will be great if you can work on text based coding. So what is the idea of this component? It is email. So I would like this email which the user will enter here, if it matches with this email which I am defining over here, okay, if it matches with this email as well as, let's copy, I'm copying this whole thing. Okay, for copying you can again use the same thing, Control and C you have to press together, and then we can make use of a logical operator which is AND. Fine. So if the email matches with this email and if the password which the user will enter here, what is the idea of this component? It is password. So if the password matches with this password which I am going to mention here, then I would like the user to get redirected to screen 2. That's what I would like to this app to do. So this is the whole code which I've defined over here. If this email, whatever the email user is going to enter here, if it matches with this and the password which the user will enter here, if it matches with this password, so what should happen? The user should get redirected on screen 2. So for getting the user redirected on screen 2, we can make use of this set screen option. And here, let's select this screen 2. Okay. And in order to make it more interactive, if you want to make your app, more interactive and more interesting, what you can do, you can make use of this play sound block also. Just put it below this set screen option. So the user will be able to hear a sound also once he will get redirected on screen 2. So this is the sound which I am selecting. Let's select this one. Okay, so how can you select the sound? After placing this play sound block, you just have to click on this drop down, come on this choose button, and then there is there are various options you can make use of for accessing the sound clips, and then you can select any of the sound clips available in the sound library of AppLab. Fine. Now let's check the app. In order to check the app, how can you check the app? By running it. For running the app, we can click this run button which is present over here, or else what we can do, let's check it like this. You can come on this share option and copy this whole link. Fine, and let's make use of a new tab for checking the app whether it is working fine or not. So here I am going to put this email address. This is what I defined here, jangaurav@gmail.com, right? jangaurav@gmail.com, and here I am going to put a password. So this is what the password should be. Now let's click on this login button and see what is going to happen. So we have got redirected on screen 2. So that's how you can make a simple login system. Fine. Now let's define an else condition also, in case the things which the user has entered here, if it does not matches with these things which we have defined over here, the email thing and the password thing. if it does not matches, then what should happen? So for that, what we can do, we can define an else part. So how are you required to read it? How will you read this? If means agar ये condition true होगी, if this condition which you have defined here inside the if loop, if it is true, then this is what going to happen. These are the two lines of codes which are going to get executed. नहीं तो, else means नहीं तो what should happen? नहीं तो, let's define a label box over here, and here in the text part, let's make it incorrect credentials. Okay, and let's change the text color to white. F. Now initially I don't want to see this error message getting reflected over here. Initially I don't want the user to see this error message. However, in case the login credentials which he will enter here, if they are not correct, I would like this message to get reflected on this screen. Now how can I do that? For doing that, what we can do, we can make use of this hide element block. Okay, so you can put it right on the top. And what is the idea of this component, this label component? It is label 3. So you can select this label 3. Now what will happen, just because of this hide element, initially when the user will come on this screen, this element will not be visible to the user. Okay, now I would like to see this label box. I would like the user to see this label only if the login credentials which he is going to enter here are not correct. So for that, what I can do, I can make use of this show element block, and I can put it inside this else part. Fine, and let's select this label 3. Now let's see what will happen if we'll run the app. So initially that error message is not getting reflected right now. Fine. Now let's enter some incorrect information. So these information doesn't matches with the one which I have defined over here, right? Neither the email is matching nor the password is matching. So when you will click on this login button, automatically this error message is going to get reflected. Now this will tell the user that the password and the email ID which you are entering, they are not correct. So you have to verify it again. This is the correct one. Let's copy this from here and put it over here and see whether we'll be able to get redirected on screen 2 or not. Yes, we have got redirected on screen 2. Fine. So this is it for this lecture. If you guys have any questions, you guys can please raise your hand and ask me whatever you want to ask. In case you have any query. किसी की कोई query है तो वो पूछ सकते हैं. Yes, Hitesh. One by one, I'm going to answer your queries. Okay. Yes, Hitesh.
So we can hashtag FFFF. Why are we putting there, sir? I tried many times in code.org.
See what?
Simply put white. It itself get white only.
That is also a good option which you can make use of. But I want you guys to remember this code, because what will happen, you can make use of this on other platforms also. You know, when we will read Python, Java or C++, or OOPS platforms, when we will work on some OOPS platform, what is going to happen, these options will not be visible to you on those platforms. So for that time, I am telling you to just memorize these codes, or just save it somewhere in your mind, so that when you'll recall, you will be able to find out the correct code in your mind. That's the reason I have told you to just remember this code of this white color. Is there any other question?
Yes, sir.
Who's this? Yes, Hitesh.
No, sir. We all love.
Acha, yes. Okay, who's this? Athar, yes, please go ahead, dear. What is your question?
Sir, no, I have a query, but someone else is asking.
Acha, okay, okay. Yes, Abhinav, you have a query? Abhinav Shriram.
Yes, sir.
Please
So,
go ahead, dear.
sir, if many people using the same app, should you just do it like this, or can you make use of the tables?
See, it's a simple login system that we have designed today. In the future classes, we will design a full-fledged login system. Okay, don't you worry about that. For now, is there anything which is not clear to you in this app? All the tricks which I've told you for designing the app and for coding a simple login system, is everything clear to you or not?
Yes, sir.
Everything is clear? Fine. Karan, yes, you have a query, dear?
So, why we have put label option instead of button?
Where, dear? Here you're talking about? Because if you will put a button, it may be possible that see, it is not looking good. So that is the reason, instead of putting a button, I have made use of this label box, so as to make it behave like a button. Okay, it's a very good trick. It is going to benefit you a lot, and you can use it on other platforms also. When we'll be working on Python or Wix platform, okay, on that platform also you guys can use these tricks. Any other query? Yes, Himarsha. Beta, one by one you have to ask me. Yes, Himarsha. Yes, who is this? Which is it? Vijay Kumar?
Yes, sir. So my name is Krishna, sir.
Beta, you have to join with your name only. I've told you,
Sir, I have signed in Zoom with my father's ID by mistake. So, sir, it's coming Vijay Kumar, sir.
Okay,
So
just
next time I will try.
okay, dear. Please go ahead with your query.
Sir, like we have add there some option like forgot password and remember me. So, sir, how can we enable that?
We will do that, but in the future classes, not now.
Okay,
Okay, when we will be developing a full-fledged login system, na, at that time I'm going to tell you about everything. Okay, but welcome, dear. Yes, who's this?
So, I'm Samya Behel and I had to ask, do we have to make this login system and send you?
It will be great if you can try it on your own, but you don't have to send it to me. I will be sharing the code as well as these screens. Whatever we have developed now in this lecture, I will be sharing everything with you guys on your respective WhatsApp.